Greetings, people. I come in peace. Now, what a brilliant night of boxing. There's a few things I'd like to consider, comprehend and conclude from a compelling fight card. Firstly, the Joshua Buatsi v Callum Smith fight was an exceptional display of grit, fortitude and courage, particularly from Buatsi. He was on his way out a few times, but bit down on his gum shield and managed to put Smith in a bit of bother himself. Buatsi is a very tough, obstinate, stubborn, dogged man. Truly has a heart of a champion. Buatsi has always been looked at as a special fighter, and I agree to an extent. But I also recognise a few flaws in his game that has made his fights harder than necessary. For instance, he's always had problems avoiding the right hand, dropping his hands at the most inappropriate times. Though his hands were tighter in this fight, he still had a habit of dropping them after he engaged. He was sometimes slow to lead off and squared his feet, giving Callum an easy target. Joshua has also been guilty of staying at one pace and not going through the gears enough and sustaining a higher tempo when necessary. He needs to be more consistently sharper. He can be beautiful to watch when he lets his hands go, but as I've inferred, it's got to be more industrious, diligent. Buatsi soaked up a lot of unnecessary right hands, and at this level, he can't do that. I thought he'd have learnt his lesson after fighting Marco Kalic nearly 5 years ago. Callum Smith has always been a very dangerous fighter, and only came unstuck against the very best in Canelo and Beterbiev, and I don't think his skill level was to blame. It was his dissemination, his distribution of what he could do. It was hampered by self-belief, the bane of many fighters. Callum hurt Buatsi early with body shots and never let up, so it was always an uphill battle for Josh, who elected to try his chances getting inside early. But I don't think he appreciated how good Callum was inside for a tall man. Buatsi's jab was beautiful, and he got his range quick, so he could afford to stay on the outside a bit longer. He just needed to do a better job avoiding the straight rights. So that brings me to the conclusion that I'm not sure Buatsi is with the right trainer. Virgil Hunter was fantastic for Andre Ward, but they had a deeper, significant relationship that went beyond boxing. Andre's success could have been in spite of Virgil, not because of him. I don't know. But I don't think he's a good fit for Joshua. I think Buatsi needs to freshen up. He's been coasting for a long time, especially when he was with Matchroom, and he might have let the best learning fights pass him by. A great fight, and the right man won, but they both deserve plaudits. Anyway, thanks for listening. Please subscribe. And remember, choose life. Thank you.